Here's what I believe is the key takeaway. If you ignore AI in 2025, you're not just falling behind, you're letting others pass you by who are already jumping in and making it work for them. Hi, so is AI really changing the game, or is it just another tech buzzword? I know, you've heard all the hype. Maybe you're a little skeptical, and that's fair. AI used to feel like something straight out of science fiction. Not too long ago, AI felt like this futuristic concept, something you'd see in movies or read about in tech blogs. Interesting? Definitely. Useful for everyday business? That was a whole other question. There was curiosity, maybe even excitement, but mostly a lot of wait and see. But what's recently become clear, especially as we look at where things stand today, is that wait and see approach is no longer an option. AI isn't about experimenting anymore. This is about the core of how successful businesses operate now and in the future. So today I want to walk you through why this shift happened so rapidly, the real nuts and bolts of how AI is impacting strategy, and address some of the understandable concerns that come with such a big change. I will also discuss the process of integrating AI into your business. So get comfortable, get a cup of coffee, and let me share some insights with you. All right, let's talk about how we got here. AI didn't just suddenly become a business necessity. It's been a wild ride, moving at breakneck speed. If you've been paying attention, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If not, well, let me catch you up. Back in late 2022, when many of us were still wrapping our heads around the basic possibilities of AI, it was largely about potential. We saw it as a cool tool for automating some of the more tedious tasks, maybe generating some basic reports. Now, fast forward to today, we are at the time I'm recording this in 2025, and it's a completely different game. We're talking about AI not just as a tool, but as a strategic partner. It's no longer about spitting out reports. It's delivering real-time, actionable insights that are driving crucial decisions in boardrooms. We are moving from static data to dynamic prediction. Imagine just a couple of years ago, we were talking about potential. Now we are living the reality of AI driving strategic decisions. And the scale, that's another huge shift. 2 years ago, AI was often siloed, experimental. Now it's woven into the very fabric of organizations. Then there's personalization. In 2022, personalization often meant a slightly tweaked email campaign. Today, AI knows your customers better than they know themselves. It's anticipating their needs, tailoring experiences, and building a level of customer loyalty that was simply unattainable before. And let's not forget efficiency. In late 2022, companies were still bogged down with manual processes. Now, AI-powered automation is streamlining operations, eliminating waste, and freeing up resources. The companies that jumped on this early, they're seeing a massive competitive advantage. Those who haven't, well, they're playing catch-up, and that's a very difficult game to win. So in short, what's changed? Everything. We've gone from AI being a promising idea to AI being the driving force behind successful businesses. The speed of change is unreal. Remember how fast the internet took off? That felt huge at the time. But AI, this is like the internet boom on overdrive. By the time you even start to grasp what's happening, it's already old news. New capabilities are being unveiled at a pace we've never seen before. AI's rapid development is naturally raising concerns. It's understandable to have questions about job security, data privacy, and the technology itself. Okay, let's first talk tech hurdles. One of the biggest bottlenecks is compatibility with your existing systems. You can't just shoehorn AI into an environment that wasn't designed for it. You could be looking at crashes, inefficiencies, or even complete system failures. So you've got a choice to make. Upgrade your infrastructure or risk implementing a solution that simply doesn't deliver. Then there's data privacy. It's a huge concern, and it's something we all need to take really seriously. I mean, think about it. AI systems, they thrive on data. And a lot of time sometimes that's sensitive data. Customer information, financial records, personal details, it's all incredibly valuable and it's all incredibly vulnerable. If that data gets breached, it's a disaster. Reputations are ruined, trust is shattered, and the financial fallout can be immense. That's why things like robust safeguards like encryption, anonymization are absolutely essential. Now, another thing that trips up companies as they adopt AI is scalability. AI demands grow fast, and you need the infrastructure to keep up without slowing down your operation. That means real financial considerations. We're talking hardware updates, maybe new software, and cloud services. It adds up. And to make it worthwhile, you've got to really analyze where you are and where you want to go. In all honesty, the initial investment in AI, the systems, the integration, the training, it's not cheap. But here's where we need to shift our perspective. It's about the long-term ROI. We're talking about increased operational efficiency, streamlined processes, and reduced costs. Think about it. Tasks that used to take hours can now be done in minutes. AI can automate customer service and enhance data analysis for quicker, smarter decisions. It's also about improved productivity. By automating those mundane, repetitive tasks, your employees can focus on higher value work, innovation, strategy, customer relations. This shift directly impacts your bottom line. And what about the customer experience? Personalized marketing, tailored recommendations, AI can increase conversion rates and customer loyalty. Customers feel understood and valued because they're getting what they want, often before they realize they need it. This drives sustainable revenue growth. Plus, AI drives cost savings in supply chain management, inventory forecasting, financial planning. The accuracy and speed are unparalleled, leading to better predictions and more cost-effective decisions. Okay, I want to shift gears a bit and talk beyond technology and financial considerations, because the journey to AI adoption encompasses significant organizational hurdles. Right now, something that's on everyone's mind is job security. There is a real fear in the workplace that AI is going to come for people's jobs. And it's not unfounded. We're seeing AI replicate skills that people have spent years, even decades developing. From writers and designers to data analysts, no one is really immune. And if business leaders don't deal with this head on, if they don't communicate clearly about how AI is going to work with their teams, not replace them, that fear grows. It turns into resistance, and that's a major roadblock to getting AI to work for your company, not against it. Remember, people fear uncertainty, not change. At nearly every conference I speak at lately, I can almost guarantee that someone will ask whether AI is going to take their job. And honestly, it's a fair question, but think about it. If a company is managing to grow with its current resources and the addition of AI, why would they cut down on staff because of AI and stop moving forward? The whole purpose of a company is to grow. The reality is most companies are not looking to replace their employees with AI. They want to use it to augment their team. And that should put your mind at ease. Remember, AI is not meant to replace humans. It's a tool to make us better at what we do. By taking over those boring, repetitive tasks, AI frees us up to focus on the strategic, creative stuff, the things that make us uniquely human. What is true, though, is that there is a skills gap in the market at the moment. AI is simply moving faster than the workforce can adapt. We are facing a critical shortage of AI specialists, your machine learning engineers, AI ethicists, cybersecurity pros. That's where reskilling and upskilling the workforce becomes absolutely essential. Companies need to invest in their people, helping them acquire the skills needed to work alongside AI. And it's not just about the employees. A lot of companies out there, they're stuck in their old ways, doing things the way they've always done them and are hesitant to change. But AI is not about adding on, it's about transforming, rethinking how you do everything. It needs you to be agile, to look at roles and responsibilities in a new light, and to commit to upskilling your people. Too many companies still see AI as just a little extra, not the game changer that it really is. And this narrow view is holding them back big time from really using AI to its full potential and adapting to where the world is going. So, how does a company typically start adopting AI? Well, it begins with a realization. They see the power of AI, they see their competitors using it successfully. But, and this is crucial, AI is not just another tool you add to the toolbox. It's a whole different way of thinking and a paradigm shift. And the first big hurdle, it's often not the tech itself, it's mindset. You have your leadership team, you're going to have some people excited, others hesitant. And that big question looms. Can we really do this? Is it feasible for us to successfully implement and integrate these new technologies into our existing workflows? Do we possess the necessary skills, resources, knowledge to navigate this transformation effectively? Then there's the question, can we afford to make this leap? And this usually goes beyond monetary aspect. It's a profound question of organizational identity. How will this transformation impact who we are as a company, our culture, our values, and our relationships with stakeholders? Understanding the technology is the next step. This involves assessing the risks and rewards and determining the necessary infrastructure. AI is not simply plug and play, it's complex. It requires new tools, software, and a new approach to data. At this stage, many may back away. However, those who embrace the challenge by educating themselves, attending conferences, seeking expert advice, will gain a deeper understanding and be able to calculate the ROI of this investment. Remember, AI adoption does not necessarily mean a total overhaul of existing systems, but rather a step-by-step integration that prioritizes quick wins. Then there's data privacy, a non-negotiable and absolutely critical for any AI implementation. Companies, they've got to prioritize protecting sensitive information. They have to follow those data protection regulations to the letter. Anonymization, encryption, access controls, the whole 9 yards. You also need to have clear retention procedures and policies in place for, and this is a nightmare scenario, in case there's a data breach. And let's not forget transparency. You need to be upfront with your users about how you're collecting data, how you're storing it and using it. Get their informed consent, give them the ability to access or even delete their data if they want to. This is how you build trust and minimize the risk of data misuse. Next up is planning, and this means coming up with a solid strategy that's broken into phases. A great way to kick things off with AI is with pilot programs. These let you experiment and learn in a controlled setting. Think of it like a test run. What works? What doesn't? What can be improved? You take those lessons and use them to fine-tune your approach before rolling out AI across the whole company. And finally, there's the pitch. Presenting the plan to the board, outlining the benefits, but also acknowledging the risks. It's a tough sell, but a confident leader knows this is the future. The initial implementation is just the beginning. There's still scaling, adapting, and continuous improvement ahead. We've covered a lot of ground here, haven't we? From the early days of AI curiosity to the undeniable strategic imperative it is today. We've talked about why AI is no longer optional, the incredible impact it's having on everything from decision-making to customer experiences, and we've addressed some of the real and valid concerns around technical challenges, privacy, finances, and how it affects our teams. Here's what I believe is the key takeaway. If you ignore AI in 2025, you're not just falling behind, you're letting others pass you by who are already jumping in and making it work for them. So what's the next step for you? Think about where AI could have the biggest impact in your organization. Do your research. The journey to AI adoption might seem daunting, but the potential rewards in terms of efficiency, innovation, and competitive advantage are simply too significant to ignore. Thanks for diving into this with me. I hope you enjoyed your coffee.